Aloha and welcome to I swear there's guacamole under here. Or abs. Or guacamole. Or working on it. Working on it. Great day today. So still looking a lot better than that first video I posted in May, huh? At the end of the year. I have a friend today who contacted me, and she had been a drinker for a while, mm, 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 bigger, and over the pandemic her drinking increased, and she started hanging around these people. I think there's six of them total. Her and the guy, and then another couple, and then another couple, and one of the couples apparently has, in her words, like a very very strong like addict energy. And we didn't go into what type of substances that they were abusing, or that she felt compelled to in certain situations, like a party situation. Um, enjoy. I'm pretty sure I created the word party in 2017. Then it took off. Everybody else uses it now. That one's mine though. Or it was independently created by myself and other people. Because who doesn't love party? Right, if you say the same thing twice, it's even better. Vagina. Click and subscribe and tell me how much this is filled with guacamole. So, it was an interesting conversation with her today, and she was debating whether or not to have a New Year's Eve party, with the knowledge that New Year's Eve party, will have, there's a chance that there will be substances there, and she says that she's made a lot of progress with alcohol, and these people that are in this group are like none too happy that she's sort of breaking off, but it's like anything, people are doing one thing and they really love doing that one thing, and if you leave doing that thing, then they tend to find that it holds a mirror up to them doing that thing, and they start to question whether or not them doing that thing is the right thing. Okay, maybe not something fun like rock climbing or surfing or whatever, but people's energies get entangled with one another, and their karma get entangled with one another. And in this case, of course, the same thing works with, you can see it a lot in families, where the family businesses, family projects, even like generational family poverty, education, like, oh, you think that you're better than us. I'm different than you, right? Everybody at the core is a beautiful person, but we all make decisions that influence our lives, for better or for worse. So, and there are objectively better and there are objectively worse decisions in this world. So, my advice to her was, I thought back to the beginning of this year, and I remember a mentor years ago, maybe like 20 years ago now, we were talking about the stock market, and historically, as these get bigger, as the stock market goes, as January goes, so goes the year. And I can remember 2018. I was like a couple months, December 31st, 2017. I was a couple months into using some cocaine and ketamine, more ketamine, but the cocaine was still there, and I knew that it was already an issue, and I was stopping or tapering off at that point really heavily from the cannabis. It wasn't really having an effect anymore. And I remember I was like, you know what, this will be the last like party I'll go to. I went to the club, and it was fun for what it was. And I was leaving, and there was this girl that I was chasing at the time, and I led her over to my apartment. We did drugs, and we didn't end up having sex. It wasn't at my core what I wanted. Like, part of me really, really wanted to have sex with her, but another part of me deeply realized that, in retrospect, deeply realized that the reason that I didn't pull the trigger on that or get closer to her was because I didn't want to become energetically entangled with her. And it felt really, I'm glad that I didn't, because it would have trapped me deeper in that vicious cycle and that group of people. But I started off 2018 in that way, and I definitely continued 2018, and by the end of 2018 I was using more than I was in 2017 and spending a lot more money on those substances. And then 2019, I think I did spend New Year's alone. And that day, I still had a mushroom trip that night, which I didn't really need. But 2019 was a lot clearer than 2018, and a lot more like me trying to work and get my life back in a lot of ways. And then 2019, that January was depressing and tough, and that January was, and then that bled into the year. In 2020, was a lot of dealing with relationship problems and relationship issues and challenges, like clearing up old patterns. Getting sucked back into periods of depression, but it was like these waves of peaks and valleys. It was like we're getting better and then we're not. We're getting better and then we're not. And I ended 2020. I think I was sober. I'm pretty sure I was sober at that point. But I hadn't been for a while. And 2020, that December 31st, I was invited to a party, and I knew what kind of party it was going to be, and I consciously chose to stay home and budget and write some goals. And I have those goals somewhere. I wanted to look at them, and I want to find like some of the things that I wrote in that, because I think it was probably pretty cool. And so I told my friend, like, as goes January, so goes the year. So, maybe, it was a roller coaster still for me this year, but I started off by budgeting and finance, and January was actually really, really good. It was a centered month for me, and and it set the tone for a lot of what I wanted to do. And now I got into grad school for PsyD, and I have a beautiful apartment, and I'm pretty consistently making YouTube videos. I'm climbing, I'm surfing, I'm getting back into my physical. I've done probably close to 400 yoga classes, who knows, a lot. in just a couple months. And and I'm hanging out with women that I actually really want to spend time with and really care about deeply, and could never imagine bringing drugs into that situation and love and want to be entangled with, and would be fine being entangled with them. So I'm not sure where this conversation is going to start this evening, but that's where we are. So my friend invited me over to the other island. Maybe I'll go over there. For a little bit with this with one of these girls, or both, at some point. She's gonna be there for a month house sitting, so I wish her all the best. I'm gonna try to talk to her tomorrow, reach out, and make plans for visiting, and being a great level of support and a great friend to a great friend. So we have Om meditation. I've spoken too much. Last night was super amazing. Shanti. 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 Namaste.